Welcome everyone, AdamTheWoo here. Mexican bakery, which is directly over my shoulder. You'll see the sign. Please disregard the speeding vehicle that is driving way too quickly, accelerating its engine. What I'm trying to focus in is the Mexican bakery that is back there. They have delicious jalapeno bread. I've not been in there in quite some time, but I was in this little area walking around and I noticed the Mexican bakery was open here on this Sunday, which, by the way, happy Father's Day to you guys on this Sunday. I'm gonna cross the road quickly. Let's cross the road and head back over this way, to which I have came from traffic, coming in hot and heavy. At my sister's house in Indiana, she turned me on to this really exciting thing, wonderful thing called jalapeno bread. There's a Mexican bakery in the town she lives in. It's really awesome. Jalapeno bread, even though I am not a fan of super spicy things, I'm not really a big fan of jalapenos. The way they make it, it's super cool. It's basically bread. It's leavened bread, which means it's very poofy and puffy. And in the middle, there is a section of just air. So it's not just solid bread. So when you bite into it, you can actually taste the good morsels of air inside your mouth, as well as cream cheese that is smeared all inside the middle of it, and very thinly sliced jalapenos. I think a lot of Mexican bakeries actually do that, and that Mexican bakery is no exception. However, I was disappointed to realize that I think Sunday they have short hours, and they do not actually produce all of the bakery goods like they normally do on a weekday. So I'm gonna have to come back up here on a weekday. But for now, I'm talking about Father's Day. And I wanted to wish my best to all the fathers out there and the future fathers out there. And I got to thinking about memories of my father. My mom will actually be out here in a couple of weeks. 2 weeks or so, 2.5 weeks. Let's say 3 weeks. 3 weeks from now, give or take, my mom will be visiting the West Coast for the first time. She has never been any farther west in the good old US of A than Texas. So it's going to be fun hanging out with my mom, taking her to Disneyland. We're actually going to also spend a day or two on her 10-day extravaganza of the West Coast. I probably should have had a little bit of water. My throat is hurting a little bit. I've not had a significant amount of hydration so far today. I should have had a water to wet my whistle. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's TheDailyWoo. My mom will be out here, which will be really awesome. My dad is not going to be able to make it this time on this trip, but I will be seeing my father Christmas time. I'm planning on going back to Central Florida for at least 10 days, maybe even 2 weeks. I have not booked a flight yet or really planned it out, but I will be there on Christmas Day, probably a week before and a week after. Do not know if I will be staying through New Year's, but I will be there for Christmas and I will be hanging out. And my body's going through some weirdness right now. Maybe it's because I was darting across traffic, perhaps. Maybe it's because I am disappointed with the fact that I am not going to have any jalapeno bread. This is cool. Look at this. Look at this down here. I have never actually walked that way. Normally, I walk from that way. But this time, I'm going to return from whence I came by actually going down into this nether region corridor. Pretty interesting. Hopefully there's no crazy trolls under the bridge. Underneath this corridor crew of goons. The unofficial corridor crew of goons. So I cannot wait to see my dad in the Christmas time area. Hopefully one day he can make it out to California. He was a truck driver for a long time, and he actually told me that he has actually been to Southern California before, but he did not actually get to see and do a lot of the things that he wanted to do. So hopefully in the future he can come visit me in Southern California as well, and I can show him some of the wonderful things that exist out here, like this. I have never seen this, and it's pretty obvious if I have never seen it. And my father, who resides in St. Cloud, Florida, has never really spent much time in Southern California, he has probably never seen this either. And check this out. It looks like you can press these buttons and lower it. Of course, you have to have the key to turn it from off to on, but if we had the proper key, or if we had a skeleton key, we could operate this machinery, something out of the Terminator. Maybe this thing will come down and crush the Terminator crawling towards us. That's right. Come on. Come get me. Come on. Come with me if you want to live. Come on. Stop it. Stop doing the Arnold impression. That's right. Come on. Push it up there. Come on. Get up there. Get up. Come on. Get it down there. Get down. Get down. Get down. Come on. Get down. Come on. I'm losing my mind because jalapeno bread keeps your sanity. And because I have not had a taste of jalapeno bread this morning, my sanity is definitely only so-so. Now the wheels in my head have been turning since I looked at that loony old man. Now I promised myself I'd be married to Belle, and right now I'm inauditing a plan. Very echoey inside here. No one talks like Gaston. No one walks like Gaston. No one's neck is incredibly thick like Gaston. He's especially good at expectorating. My, what a guy like Gaston. That was pretty interesting. Walking through there is a person standing right over there that is peering over at us, wondering what in the heck is happening down in that little Gaston tunnel. So nothing major today. Wandering around. Been doing Periscope a lot. AdamTheWoo on Periscope. It's a lot of fun. Please join me over on Periscope AdamTheWoo. You can simply find it by going on Twitter. I put the link on there. And then every time I go live on Periscope, I answer questions. I hang out with you guys live throughout the day in a live stream. AdamTheWoo on Periscope and Twitter. I still have Facebook and Instagram. I put a really cool picture on Instagram of my dad and I, circa 1998, circa 1999. Little throwback. So, happy Father's Day, not only to my father, but also to the Blues Brothers, who I do not know if they were fathers or not, and Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, who I sang the song. I don't think Gaston was a father either, because I don't think he ever married. I don't think he ever finally won Belle's heart to actually have children. So happy Father's Day to you, fathers, my father, my dad, and everyone else out there who's planning on being a father, not planning on being a father, or has ever thought of maybe one day being a father. Happy Father's Day. It's a glorious day. It's a glorious, glorious, glorious day to everyone. I love you guys, and I love the fathers even more, because that is the appropriate reaction on this day. This, not only a Sunday, but also Father's Day. A day that we hail all fathers and give thanks to our fathers. Call your dads today. Hopefully you sent them a card. Or if your fathers are no longer with us on this earth, I hope you enjoy the memory, the good times, the fatherly love, and the advice that your father has given to you. Fathers definitely influence our lives in a lot of ways as we grow up, just like mothers do and siblings. Family is very important. Never forget that. So happy Father's Day to everyone out there. Future fathers, past fathers, present day fathers. It's all about the fathers. It's all about the fathers. It's all about the fathers. I am not a father. Currently, I am not a father. 41 years old. Not a father yet. But I do have some adopted kids in the form of vlog children. Do you want to be my vlog child? Sir, ma'am, no matter what age you are, you can be my vicarious child. And I could be a father. That is weird.